Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Lesson 1. Why should we study Islam? Seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every Muslim, male or female. A hadith reported by Al-Bayhaqi and Ibn Abdul Barr. The first command revealed by Allah in His glorious book was اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق, meaning read in the name of your Lord who created. Meaning of Surah Al-Alaq, verse number 1. This command to read and to seek knowledge was repeatedly revealed in the Quran till the message was perfected. فَإِذَا قَرَأْنَاهُ فَاتَّبِعْ قُرْآنَهُ ثُمَّ إِنَّ عَلَيْنَا بَيَانَهُ. Meaning, so when we have read it, then closely follow its all evident reading. Thereafter surely upon us is its evident exposition. Meaning of Surah Al-Qiyamah, verses number 18 and 19. Then Allah commanded His last prophet to teach the people. وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الذِّكْرَ لِتُبَيِّنَ لِلنَّاسِ مَا نُزِّلَ إِلَيْهِمْ وَلَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. Meaning, and we have sent down to you, let's say the Prophet, the remembrance that you may make evident to mankind what has been sent down ever since, and that possibly they would meditate. Meaning of Surah An-Nahl, verse number 44. Allah also commanded us to learn the glorious Quran and to ponder over its meanings. كتاب أنزلناه إليك مبارك ليدبروا آياته وليتذكر أولو الألباب. This means a book we have sent down to you, blessed that they may ponder over its ayat, that's verses or signs, and that men endowed with intellect would remind themselves. Meaning of Surah Sad, verse number 29. Not only this, but we have also to teach it to others. وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ. Meaning, and warn your kinsmen, the nearest kin. Meaning of Surah Ash-Shu'ara, verse number 214. It was said in the hadith, be careful even to teach a verse after me, reported by Al-Bukhari. It was also said, the best among you are those who learn the Quran, then teach it to others, reported by Al-Bukhari. Furthermore, Allah commanded us to spread the message of Islam among people. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. Meaning, and thus we have made you a middle nation to be witnesses over mankind, and for the messenger to be a witness over you. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 143. Allah also severely warned us of neglecting to convey His message. إن الذين يكتمون ما أنزلنا من البينات والهدى من بعد ما بيناه للناس في الكتاب أولئك يلعنهم الله ويلعنهم اللاعنون. Meaning, surely the ones who keep back whatever supreme evidence and guidance we have sent down, even after we have made them evident to mankind in the book, Allah curses those people, and the curses also curse them. Meaning of Surah Al-Baqarah, verse number 159. Afterwards, Allah made it obligatory upon those who received the message, as well as acknowledged the two testimonies, let's say, to bear witness that there is no God but Allah and that Muhammad is His servant and messenger, to hold fast to all the rulings and virtues prescribed by Allah and His messenger, and to apply this comprehensive guidance to all aspects of life. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول وأولي الأمر منكم فإن تنازعتم في شيء فردوه إلى الله والرسول إن كنتم تؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر ذلك خير وأحسن تأويلا. Meaning, O you who have believed, obey Allah and obey the Messenger and the ones endowed with command, that say those in authority among you. So, in case you contend together about anything, then refer it to Allah and the Messenger in case you believe in Allah and the last day. That's most charitable, to say most beneficial, and fairest in interpretation. Meaning of Surah An-Nisa, verse number 59. And also said, وأن هذا صراطي مستقيما فاتبعوه ولا تتبعوا السبل فتفرق بكم عن سبيله ذلكم وصاكم به لعلكم تتقون. Meaning, and that this is my path, a straight one, so follow it closely and do not follow the other ways, or then they would make you part away from his way. That, literally those rules, is what he has enjoined you with, that possibly you would be pious. Meaning of Surah Al-An'am, verse number 153. Also, the Prophet ﷺ said, I have left two things among you that you will never go astray upon holding fast to them. They are Allah's noble book and my sunnah, that's a tradition. These two will never get apart till they meet me on the fountain on the day of judgment. Reported by Al-Hakim. Only by fulfilling these requirements, Muslims can deserve the attribute of charitability by which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described the nation of true believers of every gender, color, or language worldwide along history. كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. Meaning, you have been the most charitable nation brought out to mankind. You command beneficence and forbid maleficence and believe in Allah. Meaning of Surah Al-Imran, verse number 110. In this way, the whole nation in the past was keen to learn the teachings of Islam, became aware of their true essence, and went on to teach them to all people around the globe. Along the centuries, the Muslim nation, as well as the message, were both subject to intrigues by human devils inspired by Satan. They went on showering the nation with fallacies and misconceptions, alluring the masses with void lusts and ephemeral temptations, and spreading among them intrigues and enticements in order to keep them away from the teachings of their eternal message. As a result, the whole nation disintegrated and became dominated by the enemies of Islam, who imposed their cultural, economic, political, and military hegemony upon us. The noble Prophet ﷺ once said, O Thawban, what will you do when the nations call one another to invade you, as people call one another to come and eat from one bowl? Reported by Abu Dawood and Ahmed. Ultimately, the Muslim nation became detached from its entire ideology, apart from few basic rights. Moreover, Islam became almost censored one way or another, much the same as it was on the eve of its proclamation in Mecca, or even worse. Such being the case with Islam nowadays, whoever holds fast to his religion is likened to the one who holds fast to a firebrand, as predicted by the Prophet ﷺ. Muslims today suffer all the symptoms of deviation from the true Muslim model, such as tribal, ethnic, sectarian discord, deviant groups, pagan and idolatrous practices, as well as following the worst of non-Muslims' traits and habits. Truly, the Prophet ﷺ foretold, "You will follow the ways of those nations who were before you, span by span and cubit by cubit, let's say inch by inch, so much so that even if they entered the hole of a mustagur, you would follow them." Reported by Al-Bukhari and Muslim. Summing up, it is concluded that at the core of all setbacks and sufferings afflicting us is misinformation, lack of awareness, and poor knowledge of the message of Islam. That's to say, the state of being illiterate of Islam. The consequences of this kind of illiteracy are much more serious than the reading-writing illiteracy, as it is widespread among the Muslim intellectuals who play the leading role in all walks of life. No wonder that this religious illiteracy is the main reason for the lagging behind of Muslims and the Islamic world.